Hi guys, and welcome back to another Semprinter TV video. In today's video, myself and Michael Findlay are going to react to a 6-0 win over Brescia. Make sure to let us know down in the comments below what you made of the match.
Hey Cammy, thanks for having me on again. Really good to be here, especially after that victory. Just one question: can we play Brescia every week? Because that was absolutely flawless. The way that we built up the play, Sanchez in particular was really good at integrating the midfield and connecting it to the forwards and actually making some creativity going forward. And it was a joy to watch. The game started to slow off in the second half, and once you could see Conte was bringing on like Eriksen and Lukaku just to keep the game going. Lautaro, I was a bit disappointed with. I feel so bad for him because you could tell he is trying, but it's just not falling his way at the moment for whatever reason. It could be his own doing, or it could just be bad luck. It's hard to tell, but you'll get there. I mean, we all know what kind of talent he's got, so I'm not too worried. In terms of the rest of the performance, Borja Valero was okay, but I felt like he was getting in the way a little bit, which was kind of frustrating. And the rest of the team, Bastoni, absolutely solid. Victor Moses, I was really impressed with as well. His link-up play with Sanchez was brilliant. I could watch that every single week. And I hope to see more of Sanchez as well. Absolutely brilliant performance.
Some really good points raised there, Michael. Personally, I don't think there's anything whatsoever we can complain about from this game. A perfect performance, I guess you could say. Goals galore, players all performing well, especially Alexis Sanchez and Victor Moses. I mean, if that is them both trying to prove to Inter why we should sign them outright at the end of their loans, well, the pair of them certainly both went about it the right way. Sanchez provided multiple assists and got himself on the score sheet, and Moses also had a really good game, got himself an assist and also won the penalty which Sanchez would score. Moses absolutely terrorised the full-back on his side, and they simply couldn't contain him, and the only way to stop him was by fouling him, which is how we got that penalty. The first half was an absolutely brilliant performance and topped off by Danilo D'Ambrosio's goal just on the stroke of half-time, and that pretty much killed the game off. And I mean, that was fantastic to see that we'd killed the game off. As everyone knows, this is something we've struggled with for a long time, so to have the game pretty much wrapped up within 45 minutes was absolutely superb. As for the second half, a very professional performance, a team performance, and still more goals. It was nice to see that we didn't take the foot off the accelerator and just kept going and going and going. And I mean, you can't really complain whatsoever. As I said at the beginning, Christian Eriksen came on off the bench, grabbed himself a goal and an assist, so that's bound to do his confidence the world of good after a few kind of shaky performances. I think one thing I could say I'm a little disappointed about in though is the lack of Sebastiano Esposito. With the advantage that we had at the time we were making all the substitutes, I felt that we could have maybe given him a little run. Hasn't played for a while, but with him being one of our best young prospects, I felt this would be the kind of perfect game to throw him in. Who knows, he could have grabbed a goal. But that aside, very happy with the result and looking forward to the next game already and hoping that we can possibly perform to a similar level. Moving on to the top and flop for the week then. Michael, what did you think was the top for this week?
Yeah, my top performance for this week it's got to be Sanchez. Really, he's really came into the team and shown Conte and the rest of us what he can do, and I was really impressed. He was fired up from the get-go and fighting for every ball, trying to connect to the rest of the team as well, make sure that he's available at all times, and the chances he created were phenomenal. His assist for Ashley Young's goal for the first goal was a brilliant cross. His free kick delivery for Gagliardini's goal was absolutely amazing, and he deserved that goal from the penalty as well. It was a brilliant penalty right in the bottom corner. The keeper, even though he went the right way, he had no chance because it was just perfectly placed. So I felt like he had an absolutely flawless match, and I hope we could see more of that. Much better than the first time he started the game against Udinese and then scored a goal and then got sent off before half time. So definitely an improvement.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there. As for the flop, I'm going to go for a Brescia player, and that Brescia player was Sandro Tonali. Tonali, as everyone is well aware, has been heavily linked with us for God knows how long now, and I think a lot of people were expecting a lot from him in this match, but ultimately he left a lot to be desired with his performance. He played a really good pass a few minutes into the game to Donnarumma, who fluffed his lines, but other than that, there was nothing really that Tonali done that made him stand out. Very few touches of the ball, and yeah, just kind of really disappointing. Of course, a really, really bright talent, and one that I was certainly expecting more from in the match, but even though he had a poor performance, my opinion of him hasn't changed, and he is certainly a player that we should be bringing in the coming months.